You must be pretty pleased with that performance for a lot of reasons.
Yeah, definitely. I'm pleased with the. I'm pleased with the first half. I thought we started quite bright. They had a couple of moments. We both had a couple of moments, and as you said, it was quite a good game. And then they got their goal, and it would have been quite easy at that moment to feel on the back foot a little bit, but we didn't. I thought our response to them scoring was brilliant, and I think from their goal to the half we were excellent, and rightly deserved our 2 goals. Was really good, and said to the boys about getting the next goal, which would be really important, and I think that turned out to be that way. And to get it so early in the second half to go 3-1 was important, because after that we really struggled after that. And I think we have to commend the boys. I think they worked so hard at Chatham at the weekend, and our running stats were through the roof at the weekend at Chatham, and some of the boys were probably running on empty, and we said to them that the bench would be important, and then boys come off the bench and run for us as well. And sometimes you have to be a bit ugly and see it out, and we managed to do that. So things we can improve in that second period and late on, and dropping a bit deeper and not pressing. But I thought we were worthy of the win in the end by our grit and steel to defend our goal.
Yeah, we saw some good goals tonight from both sides. Billericay as well in that second half to start it off. Normally the side that's losing at the break comes out with that intensity. That seemed to be us tonight, and like you say, we did need that buffer at the end.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think good start. I think the ball's bounced in midfield. Callum spun it round the corner under pressure, and their lads had to kick it out. And then we've got a throw, and we've worked Frankie into the box. I'm really pleased for Frankie, because he's been out the side for the last couple of games or before Chatham, and he's been struggling or trying to get that goal and working really hard for the team and just not falling for him. And he said at half time that I felt he could get one, and he did, and it proved to be the winner in the end. But I think ultimately, I said a few weeks ago we have to win ugly, and I think we did that probably in the second half. We showed a little bit of steel and we defended our box, and probably a few months ago we maybe wouldn't have won that. We might have thrown it away, and I think that's where we can see we're probably improving. And I can't fault their lads for their work rate. They're not always going to be perfect, and they're not always going to be free-flowing football, unfortunately. We're going to try, but it doesn't always happen. But if we've got guts and steel and a little bit of mentality and a little bit of character, then we can get 3 points in games like this.
So Billericay fans now daring to dream, 4 wins in a row, some very impressive performances. Playoffs now just 2 points away. Should we be excited?
Yeah, I think we can be really excited in terms of 4 wins, because that's not easy at any level and any league. I don't think we're nowhere near the finished article. I think we've got a lot of work to do still as a group in terms of a complete 90 minutes in terms of our performance. I think we're getting there and we're moving in the right direction, but we've probably been guilty of moving in the right direction and then taking a step backwards, and I'm not going to let this group do that. I'm going to be on them, and I'm going to push them to the end, and until they run out of steam, until they give everything they can for Billericay Football Club, and we'll see where it takes us. But there's a long way to go. There's a lot of games, a lot of tough games, but we're on a good run, and it's important that we take focus now on Saturday and try and get another win and make it 5 ideally.
Yeah, 3 games in a week. What would the preparation be like for that Lewis game at the weekend? Bit of rotation maybe?
Yeah, I think we're going to have to assess where the boys are at. Some have run themselves. I think Callum Watts has run himself into the ground. Our centre-halves have run themselves into the ground, and Jay Porter and Kian as well for us, and Frankie today, and Elliot and Alfie, and then the boys that come off the bench. And so we have to look. We'll assess on Thursday. I think the boys can have a bit more of a easier session on Thursday. We'll work on some bits that we can improve from this game, and that's all we do. We just keep working and trying to improve, and as long as we keep raising the standards, as long as we keep raising the work rate and raising the energy and fighting for the football club, then I think we'll be all right. And another game against Lewis, who are in and around the mid-table, and we got them twice, and we've obviously got to go St Albans away, which is going to be really tough as well. So lots of tough games, but one game at a time, and our focus will be on Lewis in terms of trying to prepare and get the best team on the pitch and try and get the best performance out of the boys.
That's great, Danny. Thanks, and congratulations on tonight.
Thank you.